Gravity. Particle matter or physical objects do not exist. So what is gravity and mass? Field system is just momentum spinning at light speed, maintaining same equilibrium with same amount of field momentum. Equal field momentum enters and exits the field system constantly. Field systems are significantly denser than surrounding unconfigured field momentum. Thus, it looks like a particle and acts like a particle from surrounding perspective. Integrated field system must interact with its surrounding. Electromagnetic force with clear trajectories are the easiest to interact with. But without electromagnetic force, integrated field systems still must interact with surrounding. Significantly weaker than electromagnetic force, with no electromagnetic preferences, stretching across all distances, with unconfigured trajectories, is gravity. Electromagnetic force is interaction with synchronized momentum. Gravitational force is interaction with unsynchronized momentum, which I prefer to call energy entanglement. All field systems in all of existence must trade momentum with one another no matter how far, as all momentum are entangled. This stone seems really quiet, still and stable. It has neutralized electric charge and neutralized magnetic spin. But dlp-11, all field momentum must move at light speed constantly. dlp-12, all field momentum must interact with surrounding momentum. So the integrated field system stone must be emitting momentum constantly. The stone needs to maintain its configuration and sync equilibrium. Thus it absorbs equal amount of momentum it emits, thereby interacting bilaterally with surrounding. From the stone's point of view, the primary source of momentum is Earth. So the stone is constantly emitting momentum in all directions and absorbing momentum from Earth, regenerating its configuration. When the stone is dropped from 10 feet, it is constantly recreating itself nearer to Earth till it reaches the ground. And if a denser stone is dropped, it will be recreated faster towards the primary source of momentum, Earth. Because it requires more momentum in the same area to maintain its configuration, absorbing and emitting more momentum constantly. Earth is also absorbing momentum from the stone, so it is recreated nearer, however unnoticeably. Mass is the measurement of position stability of configuration against its surrounding. Momentum, as the word implies, is not position stable. An electron is a perpetual spinning configuration to guide momentum trajectories, directing momentum through its path. Hence, electron's configuration appears and behaves like a particle from surroundings perspective, creating the impression of mass. For example, an entire galaxy of unconfigured energy weighs less than an electron, because it does not have a reference point to weigh against. Any amount of unconfigured energy has zero mass, as its momentum nature cannot differentiate itself from surrounding to weigh itself against. Only a self-sustaining trajectory, a field system's configuration, can differentiate its position from surrounding momentum. Mass is the position stability of configuration, not the amount of momentum, not the stability of momentum. All energy must move at light speed and interact constantly, are definitively unstable. Hence, configuration stability can only be acquired by configuring energy into spins. So yes, mass is relative. A field system's concentration or size is limited to its sync equilibrium. Thus, mass can be further accumulated by adjoining spins. An integrated field system has two or more field systems interlocked together. It is heavier and requires more momentum to sustain its configurations. Greater mass system is harder to change its initial of momentum interaction with surrounding, thus harder to reposition, causing configuration to behave more particle-like from surroundings perspective. Value of position stability increases as energy becomes more like mass. Position stability describes precisely how wave transcends into particles seamlessly. Thus, anything that is not a self-sustainable spin, for example light, is defined as massless but still experience gravitational effect, because it is still made out of field momentum. Light and travelling matter bends towards denser field momentum, aka stronger gravity, because they are made out of field momentum. Light and matter are configurations constantly recreated, and denser field system can regenerate light and matter in smaller area.